Lift off and the clock has started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. Tonight's Friday show is going to start very soon.
Fear.
The theme of tonight's show is the little things in life that make you happy. If you have any suggestions of the little things that make you happy, we'd love to hear them. Don't forget, you can give us a call or you can take part on the chat. Looking forward to talking to you soon.
Go.
Well, it's a Friday night, Julia.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
It's a
no, it's
Friday
not,
night.
is it?
Yes, and another time for another show on the old Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showby with you, the lovely viewer, and you, the lovelier Julia. Hello.
And
How
you,
are
the lovely Richard.
I am, yes, indeed. There we are. We're very colour, not coordinated, but complimentary. Are we complimentary?
Yes, I think we're complimentary.
We're nice and loud and bright, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
complimentary.
Complimentary.
You look very lovely.
Thank you. You look very delicious. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I've said it anyway. But there we are. That's the way this show goes. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on a Friday. The beginning of the weekend starts here.
Yay.
Got any plans for the weekend, Julia?
Yes, I'm going to see my mum and dad.
Oh,
And my brothers.
My mum.
Because it's my daddy's birthday
Is
today.
it? How old is your daddy?
70.
7? Wow, that's a big birthday, isn't
It's a
it?
big birthday.
Yes.
7 decades.
Does he get his dinner? He's not watching, is he? Does he get his ticket to the I don't know, the marble fields? I don't know what they are. They're fields made of marble. I better stop now before I dig too many holes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's 70. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is a great target for everybody to reach, and then the rest is, well, all plain sailing, isn't it? Once you reach 70, you can relax. I don't know what
I
I'm
hope
talking
so.
about. Yeah,
my
no,
dad.
that's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Really
So,
cool.
Yes. Are you going out for a meal? Is your mum
No,
going to do
my
something?
mum has made. She's doing a kind of a buffet tea party type thing. You
Oh,
know,
right.
like we had in the summer
Yes.
that you came to.
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, fantastic.
But in the winter,
Yes, without the sun.
without the sun.
No, why don't you ask your dad to change his birthday to the sun? Summer.
To the summer.
To the summer. When you can have more sunshine. Well, obviously, you can't change his birthday because it is when it is.
If we could do that, then I'd change my eldest's birthday.
Oh, to Christmas Day?
Away from...
Oh, yes, away
6 days before Christmas.
6 days before Christmas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that sounds like a fantastic thing to do. And then on Sunday, are you doing your choir?
I want to, but I don't know. Depends if I stay over at my mum and dad's or not.
Yes, Julia does this amazing choir. Tell the lovely audience.
I'm sure they've heard about...
Yes, I know, but there's always somebody new popping
Gathering
in.
Lights Choir.
It's Sullington, isn't it, in Sussex?
Well, they actually meet predominantly Tuesdays in Worthing.
But you don't go to that?
I can't remember where it is. No, it's awkward to fit that in between the Vobes shows.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And in fact, you actually do a Vobes show.
On the day they're singing?
Every occasional Tuesday.
Yes, I do. Try to blank out the sound of their singing.
Plus, my children's dad has...
Rhythm?
Scouts.
He's got rhythm, he's got blues. He's got rhythm, he's got
something else.
A news.
Don't know what.
Anyway, so that's the lovely Julia then. So you would ordinarily be going
there.
But
Normally I'd be going there to sing at Sullington Barn, like you rightly say.
Yes.
But I don't know if... it depends.
Yeah, it all depends on a number of things.
Your Naked Englishman podcast this morning?
Yes, I did a Naked Englishman podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Set me off singing one of the songs from Gathering Lights Choir. In fact, I think if Andrew Norris is out there, he'll remember it. The earth, the air, the water, the fire, return, 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 return.
Oh, are you going to sing it? Could you sing a bit?
Ayo. I could.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Goes on like this.
That's it.
And then more voices come in, and you not only have you got the texture of all the different voices, male and female, but you also get layers coming in of harmonies and, both bass line harmonies and what you call the other one. What you call the other one. The treble, the soprano, I don't know.
Okay, if you get layers, you need layers if you go outside at the moment because it is rather cold, isn't it? If you're singing out in the cold. But when you sing out in the cold, does it make your voice freeze up and tighten?
It depends. I mean, as long as you stay warm. And we tend to get a bit animated. We tend to stand up to sing anyway. It's better to sing standing up.
Yes.
Because it opens up the airways. If you notice, you'll never see an opera singer sitting down.
No, I never see an opera singer. So, now, we're not talking about that in tonight's show, but I imagine that
But it is the little things, and that is one of my things that I really need for survival.
I was going to say,
food for the soul.
Food for the soul.
Don't know what that's all about.
That's
food for the soul.
Food for the soul, raining down upon you.
Yes.
So we're talking about the little things in life. I'm indebted to Anne Wright, who suggested this morning in an email, or yesterday I think it was. She said, "Hey, I've got an idea for you." And I said, "What is that?" She said, we shouldn't just send it in an email. I didn't have to answer at all. She said, "The little things in life." And I thought, yes, the things that make you happy, the things that make you dance and want to be alive. So have you got anything? What is the little thing? Not the big things, winning £1 million or all that, or having the dream job, or that. It's the small things. For me, sometimes it's just opening a book, a new book, and the smell of a book. New to me, sometimes it's the smell of a brand new book, but sometimes the smell of a second-hand book.
Yeah.
And it's that visceral connection with something. So I think there's millions of things, and often we take them for granted.
Yeah.
So if you've got any little things... Now, in order to contact the show, don't forget we've got the phone number. We'll tell you that in a moment. But if you put the @ sign, what is it called? The ampersand or something. The @ sign...
Ampersand.
Ampersand. If you use that...
Is that Latin?
It might well be.
Latin.
And then the Vobes Show... and it highlights in orange to us, and we know to read it, you see. Because there's plenty of people coming in now and lots of people chat, it's so much easier if you want our attention, if you put @the Vobes Show and then whatever it is you want to type. @the Vobes Show, all one word, by the way. And if you then find, well, that's a bit too much, copy it. So every time you need to talk to us, paste it. Easy as Pythagoras. 3 = 4 1 something. Anyway, so there we go. Or you can give us a call on
0793 4746 790.
We'd love to hear your
your little things.
Yes, we'd love to hear from your little thing. Your little
Hear
thing.
about what little things keep you smiling.
But yes.
Getting you through your weeks, your days.
It's very important, those little things, because in a long, monotonous life, sometimes it is just those little things that bring, I don't know, a tear to your eye, an extra heartbeat, and all that sort of stuff. So Mr. Mocky is already out there, isn't he, Julia?
Yes. Why have you took the thumbs up count off?
I haven't taken the thumbs off count off.
Apparently you can't see it.
Oh, is it not on there?
Do I need to check?
It might. No, I wouldn't worry. I may have done it, but don't let it worry you. Just keep putting the thumbs up. I can tell you there's only 32 of them. I don't want people to get. See, sometimes in the chat, it gets a bit bothersome when people are going, "Oh look, there's only so many thumbs up." I mean, I appreciate that you're trying to get everyone to give us a thumbs up, but really and truly, just concentrate on the show, and the thumbs up can take care of themselves. We're not that bothered, are we? No.
A few answers to the small things. Linda Kane says, definitely the smell of an old book. The sound of a robin singing in the winter.
Coming soon on a new radio near you.
Just want to turn that off. And the smell of newly cut grass. I agree with all of those.
Yeah, especially that first lawn that's cut, that you haven't had... Oh, you've got through the winter, you've allowed the grass to come up, and then you're going, shall I, shan't I, shall I do it this week? No, I can't be able to. Oh, when it's up here, and you go, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe. Who's in there? Anybody in there? Nobody in there? We do have a phone call. Very nice.
Fiona Hammond, also known as Mary, is listening to the birds, likes listening to the birds singing early in the morning. That's wonderful.
The birds early in the morning. Good morning, good evening rather. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
Is that Zane?
Zane.
Hello, Zane, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Going to ask you a little favour. Could you just turn down... I can hear the show in the background on YouTube. Can you just turn that down or pause it for a moment whilst we have a chat?
Okay.
Yeah, that's very kind of you. Because when it happens, is obviously you're hearing a delay, and then it can be very confusing.
And we can hear it back as well.
Yeah, we can hear it, and then we don't know who's talking. So, Zane, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, marvellous. What are the little things in life that cheer you up?
Singing a song.
What kind
fantastic.
of song? Yeah, that's it's very uplifting to sing, isn't it? What sort of songs do you sing?
Hey Baby.
Are you going to give us a rendition?
Is that a Bieber?
Yeah.
It is.
A what?
A Bieber. A Justin Bieber song.
A Justin Bieber. I thought that was a Bieber. I thought that was like a pebble or something. Is that a Bieber? Or it could have been like one of those Alexas. Is that an Alexa? A Bieber? A little Bieber thing in the corner going beep, 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 beep. Are you going to give us a bit of a rendition? Because we'll get a copyright strike, but we'll risk it.
Hey baby. Ooh, ha.
There you go. Excellent. So music is your thing, is it, Zane?
Yeah.
And sport.
And sport. Music and football.
Yeah.
And fixing bikes.
Yeah.
Are there any other little things that cheer you up, throughout the day that make you...
Doing a word search and colouring in.
Doing what,
Doing
sorry?
a word search and colouring in.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like word searches too. I also like Sudoku.
You do like Sudoku?
Yes. Have you tried Sudoku?
No.
No. Have you seen them?
In the newspaper, yes.
Yeah. Squares with some numbers.
Is it 9? You've got to get to 9?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
1 to 9. Yep.
1 to 9, all the way. And then it's the same up and it's the same down and the same not diagonal, is it? Or it's just...
In some of them, the special ones, they do diagonal as well.
Oh, blimey. So
They're fun.
It'd be too difficult for me. I couldn't do that. So what have you got planned for the weekend, Zane?
I'm just walking on the beach in Worthing.
Walking on the... Do you know what the weather's going to be like?
Probably sunny.
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
That would be nice.
Yes. So there we are. The weather report from Zane is sunny. If it's not sunny, don't blame me. Blame Zane. But he'll be there walking along the beach, so you could go and join him. Do you ever go swimming in the sea?
No.
Well, I wouldn't go swimming at this time of year because it would be...
It's actually a thing. People do that.
I know.
For health benefits.
For health benefits. Whose health? The health of the people watching, going, look at those idiots. Or the people actually in the... Because some people swim the channel, don't they? Oil themselves up in all that blubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, in some sort of grease.
Special
It's
stuff.
special channel swimming blubber, which is available at KTEL for $9.99.
What about those? There's a pair of ladies that went swimming in the canal. No, it wasn't the canal. Actually, it was the river, wasn't it? The edge of the Thames.
And what happened?
When we were waiting, when we were flooded, and we were waiting.
Yeah, that's right. You
We
listen
were
to
on the
this,
canal
Zane.
boat.
This will impress you. There we were on our last canal on our last canal boat adventure, and we got stranded in the Thames, and we were waiting to have permission to move, and it was flooded, and it was quite a sharp current as well. And these two women, and it was in October, and it was pretty cold, and these two women just turned up. And in front of our boat, they stripped off.
It was one morning, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not down to their nuddy.
No,
Otherwise,
just their swimming costumes.
we would have had the photos up on some nefarious website.
Get on with the story.
Yes. Anyway, and they dipped into this and they were swimming. And I came out the hatch at the front of the boat and I spoke to them. And I said, "Yeah, you jumping in the water. Any chance you could find our anchor? We've lost it over this." Anyway, they didn't stay in terribly long and they were going to swim. They said, yeah, they normally swim around in front of the lock and all of this. But they weren't going to do it because it was a bit flooded. But they said we do it in all weathers.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I a few minutes later, I come climbing out, my coat, my hat, my gloves, and see them in there. I'm like,
yeah, Julia was, and I said, go on in, Julia.
the-
Go and
what
join
the-
them. So have you done anything mad like that, Zane? Have you jumped into cold water?
No.
No. Oh, well. Can't be helped. Brilliant. Well, we better move on. Thank you, Zane. Lovely to hear from you. Glad you're right. Have a lovely time walking on the beach, singing Bieber songs.
I think I want to walk on the Steen in Worthing.
Right, okay.
It's nice there,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
nice. I strolled around that area today. I had a little break, went down to the seafront, strolled round and came back. So take care, Zane.
Look after yourself.
Okay.
Speak to you
Bye-bye.
soon.
There we go. That's Zane, and we are moving on to whoever else wants to give us a call on 0793 4746 790. We did see some other bits and bobs fly up. By the way, just mentioned we got two videos in tonight's show. One from Stephen Agger and the other from Bernie. Alison O'Brien says, my guinea pigs make me very happy. I bet they do. What kind of guinea pigs have you got? Because there's those really fluffy ones that look like, what are the things in Star Trek that they had?
Oh, tribbles.
Tribbles. They look like tribbles, don't they? You could sleep with those under each ear. There's somebody on the phone. Let's find out who that is. Hello.
Oh, no, a bacon sandwich.
A bacon sandwich. Oh, now, Mr.
There you go.
There you go. Now listen here, Mr. Sandell. Bacon sandwich. Bacon, yes. But I can't eat bread at the moment. Not till the end of the month.
You just bacon then.
Yes, it's just bacon is one of those things, isn't it? I mean, unless you're actually a very, 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 very strict vegetarian stroke vegan, in which they do say bacon is the thing that will break a vegetarian, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
what
they
it is.
do. They do.
Just the smell of it makes you go, oh. And it is a very old thing to eat because ancients would be eating their pigs.
And tomato.
And that's
Bacon and tomato.
bacon. What a combination! Isn't that a brilliant
Yes, it is.
combination?
Funny thing about bacon, though.
Oh.
I was speaking to a friend who's recently taken a job and moved into Saudi Arabia,
Oh yeah.
much like my family did when I was young.
Hmm.
And I said to him, how's anti-bacon and booze land? He said, actually, it's very good. He's doing fine without the booze.
Without the booze and without the bacon.
Well, doing fine without the booze.
Right. Okay. He can do without booze, but there's one thing you can't do without.
Yeah, but as for bacon, he says they eat the rose veal and things like that.
What? The rose.
Veal.
What?
Veal is a very young calf.
Yes.
Killed for the because it's bacon-like.
Oh, is it? It's
It
a
never,
pig.
it never
It is a
tastes.
pig. Is it?
No. Veal is calf, cow.
Yes. So I see. So it's not. What
It's
I know. Alan and I
substitute bacon.
Oh right. Did you?
Oh, so you could have a VLP.
A VLP, yes, exactly. Veal, lettuce, and tomato.
Yeah, but rose veal is an older calf, so about 8 months of age, so they get a bit more of life.
They get more right.
Run around a bit.
Yeah, they can see the impending doom happening any minute, but it's not happened yet. So now, Alan Sandell, you've mentioned bacon. Smoky or non-smoky?
Anything.
Oh, anything. Okay. Salted or non-salted? Because it's quite...
Anything bacon. Anything bacon. Can I tell you that I have a little rant?
Yes, please rant away.
Yes. The media news
Yes.
at the moment is I you don't watch it much, but I do, and it's Mr. Prime Minister, are you going to resign? I've already answered that. Yes, but are you going to resign? I've already answered that. But if Polly put the kettle on, would you resign? I've already answered that. If Suki took it off again, would you resign?
Is that what happened?
You might as well have a parrot. You
Yes.
don't need journalists. Just take a parrot.
Maybe it was actually Boris Johnson you saw the other
Yes,
day.
now tomorrow's video. You cannot
Slight
miss tomorrow's
spoiler.
video. Slight spoiler: the parrot is the star of the show. It might actually be Boris Johnson. Who knows? I'm not going to say any more on that. But in tomorrow's Bald Explorer video, a parrot features quite heavily. Oh, that's really interesting.
Will he ask you to resign?
He might well do. The parrot probably says. I'm not going to say what happened, but the parrot may have said, "I'm going to resign. I'm going to resign." I've already answered that.
Pieces of eight. Are you going to resign? Pieces of eight. Are you going to resign?
Pieces of eight. So yeah, this is the thing. Somebody should have said, "What was the answer to the question that you answered?" I've already answered that.
I've already answered that.
The answer is no. I'm clinging on to power for the rest of my life.
It's pointless, isn't it? Absolutely
But the thing
pointless.
is, funny thing about no prime minister leaves willingly, do they?
Well, no, they probably
Theresa
get
May
thrown out.
didn't she?
No, Theresa May was hoiked out. There was a leadership challenge, and she had to.
I
and
think she was blinking glad to be gone. Right?
Well, she's probably there sitting there with a wry smile, going, "Yeah, I've had all this, but not as bad as you did."
I'm still getting paid.
Yeah, she's still getting back. I mean, they don't disappear, do they? I mean, Cameron at least had the decency to vanish.
Yeah, his daddy had lots of money.
Yes. Well, they all end up with lots of money, don't they? I mean, Tony Blair is another one. And then they come back, and then they keep coming back and tell us we're all idiots for one reason or another.
Yeah, that worked for him, didn't it?
That really worked.
Really worked.
So, other than bacon, what else is the spice of life for you? What is the little thing that just makes your little heart flutter?
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah.
Yes.
Sunshine. And yet you were in Texas, and you came back to Blighty.
To clouds.
To clouds. But it makes you appreciate the sunshine even more then, doesn't it? Because, I mean, I would say that Brits do appreciate sunshine because it's not guaranteed.
I'd say that's correct.
Apparently Chichester is the place that had the most sunshine last year.
Ah, well, it's blessed, you see. St.
Good old
Richard. St. Richard has blessed it when he was there in the... I don't know when he was there, in the 1300s, I think it was, St. Richard's. But I was going to say, people who live abroad, you know, who aren't a member of this society in England, foreigners, I think we call them. Are we still allowed to call them foreigners? I think we are. I don't think that's rude. I don't think saying... Expats. No. I mean, people who are not English or British, they they still think, isn't it? There's still a thing about us Brits. We carry umbrellas. They still think that we are perpetually under the impression it's going to burst its banks.
Walk with canes and
Yes,
monocles.
That it's going to rain any minute.
I always have a backpack with my rain gear in it.
Do you?
Yes, because it might rain.
Well,
It might always rain.
it is. There's always that chance.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
According to the BBC, there is a chance of rain every day.
Yes. Well, it is winter. So we've got to give them. I mean, I'm not in the moment. I don't pay my licence or anything, so I don't really know what the BBC get up to, and I
Don't really care either.
I don't overly care. I wouldn't like the BBC to disappear completely. I just think they just need to change their politics. They need to be more unbiased and more biased. No, unbiased. They need to be more digging a hole for them now, and also they need to change how the licence fee, because it just doesn't warrant what it is. But it's my own personal view. But I will let them have a sense of it might rain because we are in winter.
Well, I only pay £7.50 a year for my licence.
How do you wangle that then?
Because I'm in a place for old folk.
Is it like in your old age pensioner home? Is it shared about? Is the television moved from room to room? Says, Mr. Sandell, Mr. Sandell, are you awake? Are you breathing, Mr. Sandell? It's your time for the television. There's lovely stuff on there. There's a programme on the BBC, or there's GB News. Now, what would you like to watch? Mary Poppins?
No, I get 50 channels for £7.50.
Cool, that's not bad. Mind you, we get one channel for free. It's a stone throw from our house. It's called the English Channel. It's lovely, it is.
But
yeah, but you get. There's every day. There's something new to look at. Today, when I walked down to the seafront, there were those people on planks doing their impression of a gondolier, whatever they're called, walking boards. Are they walking boards? I don't know. You wouldn't ask them to walk the plank because they're already on it. You know, they're up these floating
surfboards.
No, they're floating things. They're standing on them and they're just doing this. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called, the official name of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
There is an official
I don't
name.
know.
Ginty, Steve.
Anyway.
Oh, what?
Anyway, carry on, play a video, talk to somebody else.
Okay.
Great to talk to you. Cheers.
Take
Bye
care,
for now.
Alan. Lovely to talk to you. I think he's just got the. He's gone. I think he's just got the television in now to watch. Brilliant, lovely to hear from you again, Alan. Call in every day, and we love it when the regulars do call in. By the way, sometimes some people get a bit tetchy about having the same regulars, but it makes the show. They're characters on the show. That's how I feel about it. Now, Ginty Steam, not heard from you before. He says Farmer Piles should know all about veal if he owns cattle. I will have to ask him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a very wise and knowledgeable man, as you can probably appreciate.
Wouldn't it be lovely to do a day in the life of a farmer?
It would
with
be.
Farmer Piles.
Yes. It would be lovely to have Farmer Piles go around a farm and tell them how wrong they're doing it all, and then see him slung out. That would be hilarious. Paddle boards, that's the word I was looking for.
I'm going to phone Lee Dallin.
Yes, paddle boards.
Paddle boards, of course.
That's what I meant by men on planks. We have another phone call, which is lovely. Hello, caller. Welcome to...
FAB.
FAB. Hey, Fabian, lovely to hear from you.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Well, the kind of music you were talking about earlier, I think I would definitely go for the likes of Nothing Else Matters, AXL4.
Sorry, none of that made any sense to me whatsoever. What do you mean Nothing Else Matters? What does that mean? Is that a band?
It's a song that I know of.
Oh, it's a song.
Well, yeah, it's a really, really good piece of music. I love it. It's
Originally
quite
by
refreshing.
Metallica.
I mean, there's a lot of takes. You know, there's a lot
of covers of it, yeah.
Lots of covers.
You have to give us a rendition.
Oh, I don't know it very
So
well, and I'm not
close,
much
no
of a
matter
singer.
how far, couldn't be much more from the heart.
All right, there we go.
That'll do.
Was that it? Was that the song?
Good. It's very good, and I strongly recommend anyone to
Sing it.
listen to it because it really is very, very nice.
I think my favourite
And the
cover.
other one,
I was going to say my
and
favourite
also-
cover of that one is by a band of four cellos called Apocalyptica, and they do a fantastic version of that. Anyway, you were saying?
the other one is Hosier, the Workman song.
Hosier.
Less familiar with Hosier.
Is that the one where, you know, the fire brigade sing quite a lot of? They get out the old hoses and they stand there saying, hose it down, the fire is burning, we hose it down, hose it down. Is that the one? That's a very famous one. Isn't it?
Very good,
Yeah.
very good. No, it's an Irish musician who
Oh, I
is
beg your pardon.
well-known.
A hose it down now. Come on now. Here, we gotta hose it down. We hose it down. A tarl. Because it could have
Very
been
good,
Northern
very good.
Ireland, I suppose. I can't do a Northern Ireland accent.
Yeah, I know, but I do like the fact that someone very clever talking about the English Channel being a very very free television channel to watch. It changes every day.
Yes.
It heats up in arguments and
And do you know what? It's better than
gets cold
4K.
as well.
It's better than 4K. It's in 3D. It's the only thing about it is that unfortunately it's almost like there's some pixelation problems along where we are because of these damn wind farms. So there's these blots. And we can't, it doesn't matter what you do. You can try the Alt-Delete and return button. That doesn't get shot of it. You can try the Windows reset. That doesn't get shot of it. So then the question, Fabian, for you is, what is the...
drum roll.
Thank you very much. Years and years of practice. What is the little thing in life that raises your spirit?
Well,
apart from the Vobes Show, obviously, clearly.
Pretty much. It has to be said, I do like, of course, my wine comes very highly recommended in the world of different types of wine, grape varieties and things like that. I'm very easily pleased,
So what? Okay, so wine. Wine is a thing that you love. What type of wine then is it? Red, blue, green, orange, mauve.
Well, that's a tricky one because you got huge amount of the varieties. You got Pinot Noir, Pinotage, Merlot, Shiraz, Sierra, which is the French pronunciation.
It just sounds like you're slurring your words here. Are these all different? These are French words.
These are all different varieties of grapes of different countries. Like Sierra and Shiraz are the same grape variety. That Shiraz is an Iranian nomadic town in south of Tehran.
Okay, so
Syrah is the French namesake.
Yes, great. So there's a whole load of different wine. Now you mentioned wine. We're looking for just the little thing, the simple, the tiny, the little things that really don't cost very much, and yet they are the things that just make you go, like that.
Well,
so in your wine drinking, is there one wine that you've got all these wines, they're all in front of you, you're getting sloshed, and then at the end of the day you go, I must have just one sip of this, and I will go, wow.
Well, it would either have to be Chateauneuf de Pape or Côte d'Aron.
Chateauneuf de Pape,
which is the castle of the ninth Pope.
I thought Chateauneuf de Pape was a comedy name. I've heard somebody else talk about Chateauneuf de Pape.
I love that.
I thought it was like your naff, like your generic Van der Plonk type thing.
Fantastic, yeah.
But I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah, Chateauneuf de Pape.
Me personally, I just like watching film and, generally speaking, listen to lots of lovely radio documentaries and things like that, and it just things like that.
Excellent.
And a glass of water. Well, I have no wine tonight, which is fantastic. At least I can get a break off it.
Yes.
I've just to let you know, I was watching your daughter in your interview when she returned from New Zealand.
Oh yes, that was like a couple of years ago, or it's 18 a couple of years ago.
Two or so years ago.
Yeah, and it was Queenstown, which is, of course, she mentioned it was a very much associated with Lord of the Rings. If I had an all honesty about my little things and little other things, I would love to just carry on listening to my audiobooks, my films for the world of J.R. Tolkien's wonderful productions done by the brilliant actor Viggo Mortensen.
Rigor Mortis.
Fantastic. Viggo Mortensen.
He's an actor.
Oh, he's an actor. Sorry, I have no idea who it is. I absolutely no idea. If you said James Robinson Justice, I'm your man.
No.
Cut it out, man! Cut it out!
Viggo Mortensen has been in...
You could even put a Chief Lord Justice Matheson. Yes. A little slice of this, a little slice of that.
Alison O'Brien, sorry to break in there, but if anyone wants to communicate with the show on the chat, do put in the orange, the at the Vobes Show thing. My guinea pig, says Alison O'Brien, just to continue with it. Her names are called Daisy, Pebbles, and Wilma. I wonder if it's
Oh,
Wilma
that's sweet.
after the Flintstones.
And Pebbles.
Oh, and
Oh,
Pebbles. And is Daisy one of them?
No.
What about Fred and Barney? That would be great. Fred and Barney. I think Fred ate Barney, or did Barney eat Fred?
They just argue all the time, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. Wilma.
Boom, boom.
That's a great name, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Boom, boom.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
so anyway, look, just a quick call in, but I just kind of let you know about what's going on with BJ, Boris Johnson. He's just basically assumed might be a really sensible idea to call nature off in regards to the world of the pandemic. So
Call nature off. What is that?
well, you know, like
Sorry, nature.
COVID-19 was all a falsified, politicized subject matter that you could just turn off like water at the tap.
Oh, I see.
But you know, COVID-19 and all that. So was it all just a matter of political BS, or was it just something that you could flush away with the excuse of going for wine parties?
Well, it does depend. How desperate are you to cling on to power, in which case any policy that makes you look friendly is going to work, isn't it? It doesn't really matter whether actually as a result of that policy the world collapses in on itself, at least if the last man standing is a sort of fair-haired bloke with hair all over the place, a bit over the way, waving the flag going, yeah, well, yes, I was me, I did it, I saved the world, oh, blast. And all of that. Fabian, lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, always a pleasure to talk to you, Richard, and lovely Julia, as always. Wonderful to hear you. And listen, have a lovely evening, and take a nice deep breath and get on with life. As they say.
Yes.
Take care, FAB, to hear from you again as always.
Take care. Ta-ta for now.
Yeah. Well, that's
Bye.
up, people. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we are. That's Fabian, and he has fadianed into the distance, which is Mark. We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, for we have some videos, and then we'll get back to what is it that makes the world sparkle in your eyes, those little things. But first, ready for a video?
I'm ready.
So, Julia, what would you like? There's two to choose from.
Should we go for Stephen Agger?
Stephen
first?
Agger, right, okay. So Stephen is, this is very beautiful. This is the sort of thing we're talking about. The little things, and yet in a way it's a very big thing. And it happens every day, but not every day do you get it as glorious as these. Stephen Agger has been out on Lancing Beach, which is near where you live, and he has been photographing the wonderful sunsets. you go.
Fantastic.
That was. I thought there were many shots of different sunsets, but it was, of course, just the same one going down. But yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Stephen.
Wonderful.
Egger.
Absolutely lovely. It's a very familiar sight for me.
Yes, you nip out there most days, don't you, and look at the sun?
Yeah, try to.
Yeah, because you've got to get little Joe out, haven't you?
Yeah.
For a walk.
Get him using his little legs.
Yes, or he'll
Little
take you
brain.
out.
Yeah, that is the thing. I tend to just walk out the door with him and say, "Which way are we going?" And he goes, "That way." He usually ends up taking me over to the beach.
Oh, lovely. He loves it over there,
He does.
doesn't he?
He does. He likes
Yeah.
running around the beach huts.
Fantastic. Now, we are talking about those little things that make life wonderful. If you want to share some of the little things that do it for you, then do let us know. In the chat room, put at the Vobes Show, all one word, and it pings up in orange to us. Then we know you're talking to us. That's the way we can read the comments. Otherwise, we know that you're obviously just chatting amongst yourselves. Or, of course, you can give us a call on
0793 4746 790.
Oh yeah, sorry, Julia, I hid the phone number from you.
Sorry.
Give us a tinkle. We love to hear from you. So, what other things do make it for you? I mean, I know you loved sitting down with your ukulele.
Oh, my ukulele, yes.
A little bit of music can
Yes.
just change the mood.
Yes. Just alleviates the brain. I don't know. Refocuses my mind.
I was talking to a friend of mine this morning who said, do you know, sometimes you've just got to put on your clothes and get out the door because when it's cold and it's miserable, it might be it might be incentive not to go out. But if you stick your coat on and just force yourself out, suddenly the whole attitude will change. It's sometimes just those little things that can make a difference. I mean, I love to get out of the four walls if I can, even if it's just a stroll down to the seafront and back. Let's find out who's on the thing. Sean O'Brien says that he doesn't like watching the news. That's not one of his things. That's great. That's the opposite of what we're talking about. But there we go. Hello, caller.
It's Sean in London.
Hello, Sean in
Sean.
London. How the devil are you?
What I like is waking up at 4 a.m. on a May morning and just going into the garden with a cup of tea. And it seems to be that the birds are really loud at that time in the morning.
Oh, and watch the dawn chorus.
And you have up until about 6 o'clock when the first baby starts screaming in their houses.
Yes, and you start to hear cars, I suppose, shutting their door. Because you're in London, aren't you?
Yes.
So people don't have to get up quite so early because they're already there. Whereas down here, people are in their car at 5 and they're starting their engines. You can hear them and the slow build as they start heading to the smoke.
It just seems to be from 4 until 6, it's quiet, and you feel as if you are having a step on everybody else because they're all in bed.
Yeah. I've only ever seen, well, no, I have seen it from the right side, but I usually end up seeing that time of day from the back end,
What do you mean?
as in not getting sleep.
Oh, you mean you've not gone to bed, so you're still up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is nice if you don't do it regularly, and you get up in the middle of the night and you step outside, and just if you can't sleep or there's something, and or you've been working and you just step outside. Sometimes there's just that moment of a breath of fresh air. Really is. It might be small, but it suddenly it does something.
Well, the only other small thing is a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
A cup of tea.
That's it.
Yeah, a cup of tea. A cup of tea. I mean, I know, us Brits, we love our cups of tea, but it is that tiny little thing, isn't it? When there's an accident or something, it's like, give him air, give him space, give him a cup of tea, extra bit of sugar in there, put it round.
Well, there's that thing that I can't remember who the comedian was. I think it was Victoria Wood. She said when the husband dies in India, the wife goes and throws herself on the pyre.
Oh, nice.
When the husband dies in this country, she goes into the kitchen and goes, right then, Connie, you do the sandwiches and I'll do the tea.
Fantastic, yeah. But that's what we do. We get some bad news or something happens, we have a cup of tea. It's just a British institution, isn't it? I mean, is that unique, do you think, to Britain? Americans will have a cup of coffee, presumably. But we just gather round the pot.
I like the
teapot.
smell of coffee, but I've never tried it.
You what, sorry?
I like the smell of coffee, but I've never tried it because it just looks like tar to me.
I have to say, Sean,
I was going to say, even I've tried coffee. I hate it, but I've tried coffee.
that's really bizarre because you said you hadn't had mince pies and you hadn't had fruitcake or a Christmas pudding because you didn't like the look of it. And are you somebody who's not very adventurous? I don't mean to be rude, but it's like, I just never tried it. Never got round to it. Even though if you like the smell, you would have thought you would have gone for it.
I didn't have salad until I was about 28.
Wow.
What did you eat?
And I only had salad then because I was working on a film, and in the train station on the way home, the only thing they had was a salad sandwich. So I tried it, liked it, established that I didn't like tomatoes, and I've tried tomatoes several times since, but I just don't. And I've licked a bit of cheese, but that was enough.
Wait, hang on a minute. This is. Hang on. It's like it's got to put the psychiatrist
You've
hat
licked
on.
a bit of cheese.
Have you? What? You don't eat cheese? You've only licked it once.
I can't stand cheese and tomato, and if I ever had the money and wanted to open a cafe, I would call it anything but cheese and tomato.
Right. Okay. That kind of limits what most people would eat. But there you are as a gardener, as a grower of vegetables. Do you grow tomatoes?
No.
No. Right. They do smell nice though.
I
Fresh,
love tomatoes.
fresh tomatoes on the vine. I mean, that's another thing. If you get, fresh fruit that's on the vine or freshly out the ground, that must be something, a visceral experience. I mean, it's those sort of firsts, isn't it? As we said, with the grass being cut, and you go into a greenhouse, and there is that waft, that first breath of the new fruit. That must be something that.
But as a kid, I grew up on vegetables, or like chips, fish fingers, sausages, tinned beans, ravioli. My mother wasn't very adventurous when it came to food.
You grew up in Wales, didn't you?
Peas.
Yeah, I forgot you're Welsh.
Peas for 45 minutes.
Oh my God! Did she think they were chickpeas or something? That is crazy.
So for the fact that I've changed my food in the last year or two, is quite a major thing.
Yeah, congratulations. There's
Well
a
done.
whole world of food out there. I mean, food is one of those lifelong experimental things, is it not? That you start discovering things and your tastes change and mellow. It's like with Julia, I'm sure, certain things like coffee, you can try it and go, but then there's that thing about things being an acquired taste. And then...
Well, I didn't used to like beetroot, but now I've just had some for my tea tonight. I absolutely adore it. And the next thing, I feel that I'm going to try, but maybe I'll buy one and I'll keep it for a few days, and then I might try it. Then is an avocado.
Ah, yes, avocado. No thanks. I thought avocado. I thought they were being bought out by Amazon.
I love mushrooms as well.
Or is that avocado?
Avocado, yeah.
Yeah,
Mushrooms, I love.
Do you? Yeah. Well, I tell you what. There's a video
Especially
coming.
those
There's a
ones
video
that
coming
start
on
with-
Tuesday.
Especially those ones that start with an S. What are they called?
S. Oh yes. The. Hang on a minute.
Shiitake.
Yes. The shite takes.
Those ones.
Yes. Shite takes.
Anyway,
Shite
I will
takes.
go now and let somebody else go.
Yeah. Take care. Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Take care, Sean.
Bye.
And in case you're wondering, Sean has been has I can't turn that off. Has just switched up to a moderator so that when Julia's on the show, she's not sort of stuck having to keep an eye, just in case we have a bit of hoi polloi going. We don't really, do we? It's usually people are pretty good. We have had some comments that come in, and thank you for going into the orange, and that's how we know that you've been having a look. Let's have a look, Julia. What have we got?
Sean O'Brien says, oh no, you said that one.
Oh yeah.
Kerry Baldwin says, watching birds on the feeders in my garden and playing with my nephews. That's her little things.
And that is lovely, isn't it? I mean, my dad used to sit there all the time, and it took me a long time to realise dementia had kicked in. Now, I'm not saying, Kerry, by any means that happened, but we would be in mid-conversation, And then he would suddenly be going, oh, look at that bird over there. And it would be so, every 2 seconds he couldn't hold his thing. But it was lovely to see those birds and for a moment, enjoy it. So I imagine if you've got, I haven't got a bird feeder, and where I am, the birds I get are herring gulls. But anyway, more comments.
There are crows around here too.
Oh yes, that's true, but not so much in my vicinity and around Morrison's.
You could cultivate that though.
Oh, I could.
Encourage them.
Encourage the crows.
Yes. They're useful friends and allies to have. Rachel says at the Vobes Show, my 2 children brought home delicious food they baked at school. Last week was shortbread and this week it was bread rolls. They were delicious.
And that's the thing. Kids coming back with something, a fresh picture, a little piece of information. Do you remember when Elijah came back with...
Phalanges! Every now and then, even now, suddenly one of us will turn around and goes, guess what? I don't know, what? Phalanges! And we'll all go, phalanges!
He's learnt the joints in the fingers, hadn't he?
They're finger bones.
Finger bones.
Phalanges.
Phalanges. So there we go. And Station Master's Choice says, when a child comes up to me after getting off the train and says, thank you, mister, I really enjoyed that, with a smile on his face, that is one of those magic moments. It just makes things worthwhile. You can give somebody a check and say, thanks, mate, for all of that. But it's just that I really enjoyed it, a pat on the back. It's the unexpected. You do a lot of when you see somebody in a dress that you like, or a brooch or an earring. You make people's day a lot, I've noticed. Being a shopping.
I'd like to think I do.
You do. You do. When you do it without thinking. You just suddenly see someone, you just suddenly lean over and say, I really like that earring.
It's because I've got a strange brain, and if I get to the end of the day and I'm thinking, I really liked that person such and such, or that person looked really good in such and such, and I'm like, and I didn't tell them, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Life's too short, and it's
but
nice.
If I leant over and said, I really like that earring.
It's the way you say it. It's always in the way you say it.
I really like that. Can I have it?
If you say it in a really personal way,
yes.
It can be a bit like, ooh,
I really like that great big BMW.
Didn't wear it for you, mate.
Yes. What do you mean you didn't wear it for me?
This is an example.
Yes. No. I'm saying that's.
But saying something innocuous like, ooh, that looks great on you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Love your shoes.
It makes people happy, if somebody. It's very rare that people, a stranger, will come up to me. Of course, they often say, "Harry, I saw your videos."
I've seen your videos.
I've seen your videos. That's very nice. Unexpectedly, they are waiting in the bank, dressed, in dowdy clothes, looking unshaven, hair all over the place, untidy, different kind of glasses, and they go, "Oh, I watch your videos," and you say, "Oh God, look, you're looking at me, and I'm not even dressed. I've only got my Speedos on, or my long johns." Lynn B says the bird song during lockdown was special at that time in the morning. I love the dawn chorus. Yeah, the dawn chorus, if you catch it, is lovely. It's not the same hearing it recorded. You've got to be there, haven't you? You've got to be there.
Hearing it recorded is better than not hearing it at all. I'll say that.
Yes, that is true. Mr. Mockey's got an observation out there, Julian.
That was a tumbleweed. That was avocado.
Ah, yes. I think he's reacting to my joke, is he?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. There's a lot of tumbleweed in my jokes. And Callum Davis says, how is your day going today? It's pretty much over, really. And so is the show. Pretty close. So we're going to go and play. We're going to play another video. Bon in Brighton says, I like discovering an old photo that reminds me of long ago. And
that's always lovely. I love that. I love delving through my mum's study drawers, because there's all the old photos are in there. I used to do that with my nan and granddad's too.
I did catch you one time looking at your mum's drawers, and you told me that I was in the wrong room.
It's not for your eyes.
Absolutely. Anne Wright, whose suggestion it was of the theme tonight, says, I love the emerging sign of spring, plants emerging through the soil, leaves unfurling, the first drafts, even. Also, star watching on a warm summer's night. And then she sees me range in and says, you're not a star. Get out of my view. Time for another video. And this time, Bernie, this is the last of... I'm going to get this pronunciation completely cocked up. The last of his Festiniog videos. Festiniog Railway, I think it is. The railway we were watching in Wales? This is the last one. But thank you very much, Bernie. Let's have a little gander.
The Aft was the terminus of the line here from 1968 until they opened the diversion, or deviation as they called it, to a new station at Llyn Ystradae in 1975. It was needed because the electricity board flooded part of the original line in order to build a new reservoir.
Whoa, steady on, girl, steady on.
Wheel step.
Dipping a bit there.
Too much power at the point of impact. Now that could be because the line was slippery, it didn't look it, very often caused by perhaps power being applied a little quicker than it should have been. Trouble is, wheel spin like that can have serious consequences if you don't deal with it quickly. Full marks to this guy for getting it under control. They said it couldn't be done, but the deviationists did it. They built the only spiral on the British narrow gauge and a brand new tunnel, built a new line connecting the separate parts of the old one. When we get to the top of this bridge here, if you look straight along, just as the line turns to the right, you'll see straight ahead was where the line went through the old Whirlwind Tunnel and on towards Festiniog. And now the new line is up on the hillside towards the left. Didn't go much further today. Now there we can see how rude, whistle while I'm talking. There we can see what William Maddox created by building the cob. Lovely salt marsh pasture produces the most wonderfully flavoured Welsh lamb. And as you look at these last little bits of the scenery with Snowdonia in the distance, we are coming back to Porthmeadow. And as we pull into the station, all I can say is, I hope you've enjoyed this trip on the Festiniog Railway, and I'll be seeing you.
All change, please. All change. Thank you very much, Bernie. Lovely to have another ride on. Oh, in fact, the last of the rides on the railway. Superb.
Another wonderful video. Thank you.
Now, Carol has sent in an email with a picture, and she says up there, this is her first view of snowdrops already. Actually, I haven't seen any snowdrops when I've been out walking, but I haven't actually been looking. But here we go. First of the snowdrops. It's now time to look for the new buds and the new, what is it, fauna that comes out? Flora.
Fauna is the animals.
Oh yes, fauna is the animals. Flora is
The plant life.
yes, flora. It's also butter, isn't it? Margarine nonsense. But anyway, there we are. Thank you very much, Carol. And Mark Burgess has sent in. Now, I'm not quite sure because it's very difficult to see in this picture what this is. He says it's his bunny. That's what did he say? 50.
Is it a soft toy?
Is it a soft toy or what is it? It's very difficult to see this, but we'll show it anyway. Bunny is 53 years old. Can't be a real bunny. It's a strange angle, actually, Mark, but, there it is. We played it.
It looks really small. Is it tiny? It looks like it's palm-sized.
Is it?
At first I thought it was a stone shaped like a rabbit.
Have another.
Do tell us more.
Tell us more about it. We're coming towards the end of the show. So thank you very much for everybody taking part. But that's his little thing.
So what's your little thing?
Well, so many of the things that we've discovered. One of the lovely little things that makes me so happy is getting to the end of the show, thinking we've done a good job, we've been successful, making another video, waking up in the morning alive, being able to see. That's a very good one. Having lost sight in one eye and having all the problems I had, actually... just being able to see and not taking our eyesight for granted is definitely one of those things that's always good to me. And particularly, when I'm out walking and you just see certain views and vistas and things, and you just think, wow, we don't take this in enough. The magic of nature, the magic of the world, and then we blight it by building loads of stuff and all that. Mark Burgess says, yes, it's a soft toy rabbit, a small one. So there we are. How lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Richard.
And thanks to Sean James Cameron, who has stepped in to do a bit of moderating, so Julia does not have the pressure.
And thank you to Judith for also moderating.
It's wonderful. So there we go. Enjoyed the show tonight. You can donate at the Bald Explorer, says Sean James Cameron. Thank you very much. He's expecting a big cut. No, he's not. I didn't expect that at all. Back again on Monday. Lovely Julia, will you be joining us on Monday?
I believe so.
Fantastic. That's very nice. Have a great week.
Unless the wild horses get me.
Oh, yes. Well, that would be one of your fantastic moments.
Yeah, that would.
Seeing a wild horse, because you love horses.
In motion.
In motion. Yes, you don't want to see me in motion. That's a different type of thing. Anyway, on
poetry.
Poetry, of course. Yes, that's it. That's what I'm doing when a number 2 hits the fan or the U-bend. Anyway,
lovely show. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.
Yes, sharing your 2 little bits of things.
We don't want to see your 2 little bits.
No, nobody wants to see that, not even me. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the weekend, a video with Matthew Holdsworth and I on the Greensand Way tomorrow, walking in the Surrey Hills for your entertainment. And then on Monday, Julia and I will be back. So, take care. Thanks for watching.
Have
Look
a lovely
after yourself.
weekend.
All the best. And I've just got to press a few buttons to get to the point where I can... It's like the Starship Enterprise here. And with any luck...
Engage.
Engage. And press this. Tutty bye. See you on Monday.